Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Pro League of 2026. We are now in the last week of the group stage. In Group A, today we've got Buster versus LightRon. And I have looked at the bracket, and it seems like Buster is going to be definitely making it to the playoffs. He's first place in the group. He's won every match so far. LightRon, on the other hand, cannot make it to playoffs anymore. Even if he gets a 90-point win, he will be just short of the top 4 in the group. We're still gonna play the race out, just to see how many points you can get. It looks like we're about to be ready. Or we're about to start the run. That's true. If Autumn wins against Buster, I don't know what exactly would have to happen. But Buster could only end up being a second in the group stage, which will affect his placement in the bracket once playoffs happen. For better or for worse, I don't really know. Actually, is there already like information on where the bracket is? Yeah, there it is. So the first place of Group A will be against the fourth place of Group B, which I guess they aren't all decided yet. But if it all stays like this, Buster will be facing Speed if he wins. Alright, we have started. Good luck to both runners, obviously. Yeah, probably, just like every other race, not much potential for anything notable to happen in Cap, but we have to get through it. And you can also Gamba. It is true. Yeah, 250k on Buster. Oh, Buster actually kind of messing up his movement towards the bridge. Cannot get the first person in. Doesn't lose him too much time though. Are still pretty much tied entering the tower. Both runners are going for Hydrophobia and getting it. Buster going for the vault. Meanwhile, LightRon going for the triple jump, but they're both getting it. Pretty much exactly tied throughout this whole entering the tower to topper. LightRon did have a slightly slower topper fight, but it's still less than a second of difference. Yeah, they're within the same second. They're gonna get 215. Yeah, slightly lower. 215 from Buster. We should be getting live data, I think. I don't see it for Buster right now on the run. Yeah, you'll see eventually. Yeah, we do. Okay. Oh, he didn't split cap, that's why. Okay. That would make sense. Neither runner going for DSS. Just to be expected. And then, yeah, they have both not attempted it in any other race. So that makes sense. Just gonna be going for Dino Skip here. It's a much safer option. Buster has kind of extended his lead a little bit from some cleaner movement through Cascade here. Not by much though. But it is nice to have, obviously. Still killing Men and Brood within 2 to 3 seconds if I had to guess. Both of these runners are gonna be going for chest clip, which they both have a 5 out of 6 consistency on. They both had the same consistency so far. Let's see how that works out here. Buster's looks pretty good. And LightRon is a little bit lower, but it might still work. Oh, okay, it doesn't. It's unfortunate. Even taking the bonk there and failing to get up on the first try. Does get it now, but that is a pretty decent chunk of time loss only in Cascade. Meaning Buster will have not a significant lead, but pretty good lead leaving Cascade. Yeah, that was... I should have paid a little bit more attention. Yeah, 14-second lead now for Buster. Later on also opening the action guide. Not much you can do there. I don't know if LightRon can still make this DSTA offset. I don't know if like those 14 seconds were too big of a time loss. We're gonna have to see if he is gonna do manual DSTA. It did work for Buster. Okay, yeah, so LightRon was too slow for his DSTA offset. He's gonna have to set the clock forward manually. Oh, Buster also bonking on the overlooking moon. He's gonna have a little bit of a worse bird position here. But he still makes it work. Which is actually pretty impressive. Since Buster bonked there before grabbing the moon, it let the bird travel further. So I had to kind of do the triple jump a lot earlier than you usually would. But it still worked. LightRon not having any trouble there. Not having any trouble either. Okay, Buster going for jam, and this should work. Getting the crate as well. LightRon hopes to do the same. That should be good too. Yeah, so pretty good sand so far. Buster obviously having that slight mishap, which she backed up really well. So nothing too terrible at all. We have platform clip coming up, which can mess up, can definitely has potential to be a time loss if you miss a cycle. But that is a pretty good cycle for Buster, barely avoiding the bullet bill. LightRon's gonna follow him as well. Looks like he has a little bit of a slower cycle. Oh, he messed up his spin pump, but that should still be okay. Yeah. So it actually was good that his cycle was a little bit further behind. He could afford taking the slower ground pound without it losing time in the end. Now Buster is leaving sand now. I'm gonna see what the exit is in a little bit. A 948. And LightRon will be getting a 1022. If I can math correctly, there should be a 1022. So there's over half a minute of a lead for Buster already. Most of the time lost in sand for LightRon coming from having to do manual DSTA. Buster is about to go for a leg flip with the triple jump, and I think that should work. Yep, very nice. Grabs the checkpoint, no problem there. LightRon also having started out with leg. Probably also gonna be going for the moon clip. And he's gonna do the backflip. And I'm not sure if that works. Yeah, no, that looked a little bit off. And he gets the fake clip. That fake clip is so annoying. Non-regular leg clip. He gets it now. But did lose some time compared to Buster, obviously. And as for Buster, this leg has been just pretty good all around. Nothing really going wrong there for him. He's now leaving like with a 1223 or a 1224. At 1223. Alright. Buster is decently ahead, going into wooded. Which, just like in every race, has a bunch of potential for interesting things to happen, to say the least. We'll see what happens here. Even if Buster loses a decent bit of time, he can still be ahead. That's because he's already pulled so far ahead here. So he can afford some mistakes, and it wouldn't be too terrible. But of course, you still try to avoid those. LightRon also leaving Lake. Got a 13-14. So we now have a 51-second lead for Buster. Buster taking damage on the uproot. It's gonna lose him a little bit of time there, including the damage refill, but nothing too horrible. About to do nut clip. And I'm actually not sure if that works. That doesn't look very good. Yeah, Buster actually missing nut clip. This is gonna be interesting. He's pulling off the backup movement pretty quickly, but this is the kind of stuff that LightRon needed. And actually falling down there on the rock wall as well. If LightRon gets nut clip here, this could be a huge opportunity for him to come back. This would be pretty good for him. Does get up the ramp now, but now Buster still has to get the story moon. He will maybe still be ahead. I mean, he will probably still be ahead, even if LightRon gets nut clip and out of bounds movement, which that looks pretty good for LightRon. Yeah. But this will lower Buster's lead significantly. Also going for Maze Clip, not getting it unfortunately. It's gonna have to go around. Now let's hope he also remembers to get the Piranha. Yeah, he does. Okay. LightRon also getting up the ramp. He did successfully pull off all of the nut clip movement. Buster now having to get the extra moon. Yeah, he is definitely still gonna be ahead, but by much less than he was before. Very nice FRS though. Now LightRon is basically only one moon behind. Does not have to get the story moon. Bit of a scary ledge flip from LightRon, but didn't fall off or anything, so it's all good. Pretty sure we're gonna see a hype skip attempt from Buster. So we see how that works out. And work in his favor or against him, depending on how it goes. He is kind of struggling with that movement to get up to the moon, but he does get the clip, so shouldn't matter too much. Doesn't mess up his cycle or anything. Buster's leaving wooded. Still with a pretty good lead, even though he missed nut clip. LightRon looks like he's also gonna be going for Pipes clip, but that sadly doesn't work. Probably threw Cappy too late. Something. But he still gets the fast cycle. So that's like the next fastest option that he could have done there. So that is not too horrible, but still losing time to what Buster got. Buster got a 1749 wooded exit. And LightRon is gonna be getting an 1819. Very nice cloud boost from Buster. Doesn't have to bounce on Cappy at all. Buster is 30 seconds ahead. So yeah, he did lose 20 seconds in wooded there. Buster also got the hint art during the fight, so he will not have to worry about coins at all anymore. It's 300, he has over 300, which is more than he needs to finish the run. Same for LightRon. Buster starting out with Lost here. And some pretty good movement towards the first moon. Lost is again one of those kingdoms that can really mess you up. As a lot of mistakes just resulted in death. But Buster so far has been doing pretty good. We'll see what LightRon does, as he also starts out with movement in Lost. And actually, oh my god! Okay, Caffey got catched by the Trapila, but he thankfully didn't fall off. That was a scary moment, but it was okay. Oh, this is a little bit awkward. LightRon not being able to land on the ground there. Got a latch grab, but still managed to not fall all the way down. Buster did get both cage triple and reverse trapeze, if I saw that correctly. And Buster is leaving Lost. LightRon about to be going for reverse trapeze. Did lose a little bit of time at the beginning, as those mistakes were really awkward, but they could have both gone a lot worse for him, so it's not too terrible. A successful cage triple, and just one more moon for LightRon, and then he can also leave Lost. So yeah, probably gonna be losing some time here compared to Buster. And there's still plenty of room to make up for that. A 21:55 compared to a 21:14. So Buster speed has again increased to 41 seconds, which is still less than what it was out of late. But Buster has made up some of that time that he lost in Wooded. Buster also going for the slightly faster City Hall movement compared to Goomba Heck, and pulling it off successfully. Meanwhile, LightRon going towards the first moon actually kind of gets stuck on the platform there and can't get his triple jump out. And Buster falling all the way down. I believe he went for the chest jump. Like he didn't go on the higher ledge, and it actually punished him. He was barely not able to make it up, and it is struggling to get up these platforms as well. Meanwhile, LightRon is getting closer and closer to him. This is actually probably a bigger mistake than missing Nutflip. Almost gets hit off again, but he does recover now and now decides to jump off the higher platform. LightRon probably just gonna go for the higher platform on the first try. Damn, that was actually pretty huge for LightRon. Buster also missing Giggler, unfortunately. And that is not that big of a time loss. We'll see if LightRon hits it as well or not. LightRon does get it, so that's another like 6 seconds overall. Gonna have some time save and damage row as well. Oh, unfortunately, not able to get the heart. I think since LightRon centered the camera, the heart wasn't on screen anymore, and it unloaded. So I had to take the damage refill there, but Giggler is still faster even with the damage refill, just not by as much. LightRon also killing the Wiggler. Buster with a 2449 9 Metro without having the Giggler time save and damage show, whereas LightRon does have that. But LightRon is slightly behind. So we're gonna see how that works out. Boom. Oh, Buster not getting drive-by. Gonna reset up. Gets it on the second try. That was a pretty good backup. That's not terrible at all. And manages to spawn the moon without removing the trash. That is always pretty nice. Doesn't get any lag frames. And Cappy homing in on the trash. And Buster now having to go for both the Girder Moon and slots instead of shop, which is also gonna boost him time in luncheon, mainly in luncheon. As his shop text is gonna be longer, because he didn't talk to the shop in Metro. Badron, however, is able to go into the shop. Doesn't have to get the Girder Moon anymore since he already has it. Buster is still ahead. Still goes into bullet building before LightRon. This is where the moons kind of sync up again. Oh, and Buster just straight up going for Captureless. I was gonna mention, he did delay his dive at the beginning. Like he let like the ground pound animation play for longer. And I wasn't sure if he was still fast enough to make the cycle, and I guess he wasn't sure either, so decides to just not try to capture the bullet bill, which is better than trying and dying. But either way, that's still lost time compared to LightRon. And just keep the room left. They're one moon apart, basically. Buster is going for reverse people. And that works. LightRon just going for regular people. The Buster is saving a little bit of time here. Yeah, it's not a big difference anymore. That I don't know if you saw that, Smuddy, but Buster was like 40 seconds ahead into Night Metro, but he failed the chest jump like after the moon towards the exit. And then they have just been pretty close. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, Buster got a 28.56 and LightRon a 29.09. So it's only a 13-second diff. Wait, no, that's not. Yeah, that is 13 seconds. Yeah. Okay, I don't know why I was doubting myself. Yeah, Buster's lead has dropped significantly. And I'm pretty sure both of these runners are going to be going for ICC. Which might make things a little interesting too. Oh, Buster kind of having some trouble to get the first moon. Is able to recover it though. Yeah, it does get the shop early, which pretty much guarantees him going for ICC. The same applies to LightRon. Yeah, this is closer than I thought it would go as well. But I mean, this keeps it interesting. That move flip should work for LightRon. Yeah. And they're both in the poise room at the same time. And Buster is in the moon. The great moon grab. LightRon is pretty close to to being in the moon. Alright. Buster has got ICC in front of him, but so does LightRon. So this is going to be very interesting. This could be make or break, depending on how it goes. Buster not getting it first try. See how long LightRon takes. Okay, third try. LightRon can make up a decent bit of time here. Also doesn't get it first try. Has to reset up as well. Also not second try. Okay, so this is at least the same amount of tries as Buster. Buster also getting Snow Jam, and LightRon is pretty stuck here on ICC on his fourth attempt now. He's taking a few attempts to line himself up. And still didn't get it, unfortunately. There we go. That was like 5th or 6th try. So that did lose kind of a lot compared to Buster, especially that those time in between attempts, they lose more than you think. Yeah, I could not tell you what was wrong with those attempts. But that seems reasonable. ICC Whisperer. Is that something you say in English? The Whisperer. We now have... Wait, I'm... a 42-second lead again. And this is actually a lot more than I thought. I guess those 2 or 3 more ICC attempts, they did lose quite a lot. I didn't see the Restreamer movement because I was looking at the run. Was it the like the roll cancel into dive? That is a pretty cool movement. Buster also getting fished it. Okay, LightRon is doing some more normal jet stream movement. Oh, he did the up throw dive as well? Okay. That is actually... That's just straight up the BTT movement. That's insane. I didn't know I didn't know Buster was for that in runs. Yeah, it looks like Buster's seaside went pretty well. But so LightRon's. Also got fish dip. I wish I saw that. I looked away in like in that exact moment. Oh well. 36-24 seaside exit from Buster. I don't think like their difference is gonna change all too much from seaside. They've both had a pretty good seaside from what I saw. Buster now starting up Luncheon, which is another big kingdom where big mistakes can happen. The first 2 months are looking pretty good for Buster. He's now going to go for Spiritless. And this jump looks good, that should make it over. LightRon also gonna be starting out any moment now. And also a successful salt triple. Okay, LightRon also going for the triple jump, and that works as well. Oh, that was a good recovery from Buster. Notice the Vector couldn't quite get him over to the island, decides to dive. LightRon is having some trouble getting up to the overlooking moon. Just get it now. He did fall down. Buster also didn't quite hit the right spot to spawn the heart. Just lose too much time though. Okay, pretty good turn movement from Buster. LightRon entering forks. Decides to not go for the hard strat. Okay. Okay, Buster does have an invisible block jump coming up very soon. Which shouldn't be too hard for him, but if it does go wrong, it will lose him a lot of time. It might be an opportunity to catch up for LightRon. So we'll see what happens. But that should work out here. Yeah, no problem. Doesn't get the vault, but does that back up with a roll cancel bounce. That was pretty cool. And LightRon entering the shop now. Does have the shorter shop text, but that doesn't really matter too much anymore. Buster just having to get one more moon. Meanwhile, LightRon is also doing invisible block jump. And also gets it. Gets the dive fall as well. And Buster is leaving luncheon. Still very much in the lead. If anything, I've luncheon probably increased the lead a little bit again. Just because of that mishap that LightRon had on the overlooking moon. Other than that, they have had pretty similar luncheons. Oh, LightRon couldn't quite get his jump out. Can he still? No, he can't make it up. Okay, that is really unfortunate. I thought he could have maybe like done a wall jump still, but not enough distance for that. Has to take the death. Try again. Decides to play it very safe now, which I can't blame him for. That is a really annoying death. Well, LightRon is also leaving lunch now. And there's now a over a minute lead for Buster. And now that we are here in Ruined, we have some time to do some shoutouts. So first of all, shoutouts to our runners, Buster and LightRon. I thank you to both of you for being here, participating in these races. Even though this will be the last time you're seeing LightRon on the Pro League this year, was still very nice to have him around. Yeah. Shoutouts to our Restreamer as well, who is Salmon Bird. Because without him, we would not be able to watch this live right now. So big shoutouts to him as well. Then shoutouts to our statistician, or shoutouts to the commentator, which is myself, and shoutouts to the statistician, which is also Simon Bird. You can check out the stat sheet if you want with Stat Pro. There's a lot of very interesting stuff on there. You can take a look at it in your free time if you will. And also, if you want to stay updated for any upcoming matches or schedules or whatever you want, you can join the Discord server, and you can also look at the YouTube channel for any past races that you want to rewatch or in case you missed one. All of those races are going to be uploaded on the YouTube channel. Buster is now into Bowser's. LightRon has killed the dragon. LightRon is going to need something to go very wrong for Buster if he still wants to catch up. Which can certainly happen to Bowser's, but we'll have to see what happens. Okay, Buster probably going to be going for down throw shards. And yep, he is. And that looks pretty good. Doing birdless too, and yeah, that was a very good shard. Very fast. LightRon also starting out with Bowser's. The down throw shards is faster. I don't know by how much. Probably around second, maybe less than a second, I'm not sure. Yeah, less than a second makes sense. Yeah. Successful Tsar Bomb from Buster. That one also Gonna go for shards now. Oh, LightRon missing backpack, but that's okay. Can make the new shards jump. And he can. Okay, so barely made that bomb cycle. I don't know if downhill shots makes birdless easier. You come towards the bird from a slightly different angle. But I don't know if that makes it easier or not. I haven't tried it myself enough times to judge that. Oh, LightRon getting a weird insta dive. Still recovers it. Oh, he gets to dive again. Okay. Luckily, you can home Cappy into the wire there. LightRon is really having some trouble with Bowser Jam. Gets it now. That was some very unfortunate time loss. Buster is in the max build now, and he can do pipeless if he wants. He does have both the bottom crates available, and that was very good. Successful pipeless. Also a Tar Bomb buff from LightRon. Looks like that's going to work. And Buster is going to enter mech now. The very clean first bubble. And a copper acquired. LightRon also about to finish bunnies. Buster is about to go for target acquired, probably gonna go for new target acquired. And he does land it perfectly. So that is very nice. I don't know how worth this mentioning anymore. Wait, actually, I don't think LightRon lets bunnies, as it doesn't show on the run. So I can't see the comparison out of bunnies, but that's okay. We'll see it after mech. I don't think there were any deaths other than the one in luncheon. I can't think of any. LightRon also doing mech now. Got a successful first hit as well. And that topper is a little bit awkward, but that's okay. That still works. As long as he doesn't fall off, it's all good. Oh, LightRon also trying to go for new TA got launched in a really awkward direction. Decides to just land on top of the mech, which was probably the best thing he could have done. Don't want to risk falling off there. So losing a little bit of time, but that could have been a lot worse. Buster going for Mooncave skip and successfully landing it. Has to set up the second jump up a little bit, but it still works. And now entering the Bowser fight, as LightRon is leaving Bowser's. Yeah, LightRon entering Moon as well. Buster has a over 2-minute lead now actually. So that is very pretty much impossible to catch up for LightRon. Unless Buster somehow loses 2 minutes in escape. Now Buster now in escape. We'll most definitely see him go for 2 DSS. He has had a very good consistency. 6 successful. He got it 6 out of 10 attempts, which is pretty impressive. Let's see how this will work out in this time. He doesn't get it on the first attempt, but he's got plenty of time. Yeah, third try. Still very good. I don't know if you're still saving time over going to the 3D section, you might barely. And it looks like Buster will get around the mid 57 here. If he gets a decent pillars. Sadly misses that a shot on the third pillar. But that's okay. On the last pillar now. Knocks it down. And that is pretty much it. Yeah, 57-31 I believe. Should be GG's to Buster. 57-31. GG's on the win and also making it to the bracket stage. Probably as the first place in the whole group. Unless Autumn wins his next race by a lot. And even then I don't think that can worsen Buster's placement anymore. Yeah. He's pretty much guaranteed first place in the group. and will be facing off against the 4th place in Group B, which is not yet decided, but it currently looks like it's going to be either Speed or Dancer. Maybe even Pro. We just need to play those races out to see which one that's gonna be. I didn't see if LightRon went for 2DSS or not, but whatever he did end up deciding to go into the 2D section. It's also gonna finish the run out now, and probably still getting a sub-hour, which is still not bad at all. Yeah, just needs like a 101 pillars at worst. Oh, he tried 2DSS? Okay. But probably gave it a few attempts and then decided to go into the 2D section. Now he has a little bit of trouble with the first pillar, but that should still be fine. Oh, he tried it once. I see. That's fair. I've seen a couple other people do that too. Oh, you got most of the jumps even? It's unfortunate that he missed that then. But still clutching up the sub-hour. Yeah, like I said, not bad at all. Gonna get a 59-55. Oh, GG's to LightRon as well. Yeah, and since this was LightRon's last time racing in the Pro League, I guess GG's to LightRon as a whole. Just barely not making it to playoffs. Hello.
Hello there.
GG's on the race. How are you feeling?
I mean, I got Sabao. I think that's cool, but yeah, it was hard to run against Buster, and
Yeah.
I'm really impressed by even if with the Wooded and Metro he got, he still beats my PB by a lot. So
Yeah,
no
that was
big regrets, I would
pretty
say.
hard. I know you did get pretty close in Metro.
Yeah.
You did put up a fight there. But then ever since ICC, I believe, Buster started pulling ahead again. But yeah, still
Yeah,
got
I
the
have no
sub
regrets
hour.
to go for ICC, even if it would have went well, or if I didn't go for it, Buster would have still crushed me in this race. So
Yeah,
whatever,
that's true.
it's fine.
Yeah. Other than that, I think if you don't have anything else left to say, we can finish up. We have yeah.
No, this is my last race, so I was happy to participate once again in the league, even if it was way harder than usual. It's hard to run against the top runners of this game.
Yeah.
I try new things. I try to have a new mindset and strats, but it didn't work that well. But it's fine. I learned a lot, and hopefully, gonna help me for next tourneys.
That's true. There's still plenty of years left to participate. And was still nice having you. So thank you to you for playing again, and GG's again on
Thanks
all
a
of
lot.
your races. The next race we
And
have
GG
coming up.
Buster again. GG Buster, you're the goat.
Oh yeah, GG's to Buster as well. Yeah, the next race we have coming up in around half an hour is Rirura versus SMO Gamer. So be there for that. But until then, we are gonna take a little bit of a break So, we'll see you later. Goodbye.